Oh, we have evidence. Don't
I
worry
was
about
quoting
it.
something you would say.
Liar.
As a misogynist.
Liar, sack of poop. Anyways, go for it.
Wow. Talk about accusations.
Oh, God.
Hey, so part 2. Sorry, we went pretty long there. I'm going to blame Mark's drink. But hey, here's the rest of the episode. Hope you enjoy it. Hey.
Let's hear your crappy story.
I want you to go darker and deeper.
Okay, well,
if you remember rightly in our episode together with you, he did go darker on that one. So remember, we were having a good time and everything.
And I got some flack for that. They're like, oh, that's too dark,
Yeah,
Tom.
remember, we were having a good time, and then he did his story, and we were like, oh.
Yeah, I think I scared Henry last time.
Yeah, and then on Henry's, you did the same thing.
Yeah,
okay,
so
go ahead.
I went a little bit lighter. I've been teasing this a little bit. We're going to talk about PETA. Yeah.
I am so surprised that an animal lover like Tom
Shocker.
would be talking about PETA.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Hey, but anybody want a turkey sandwich real fast?
Go ahead.
Only if it was killed inhumanely.
Only if it was killed inhumanely?
Correctly. Suck it, PETA.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah, he's an angry little elf. Anyways, go ahead.
What? I'm the queen in Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yes, exactly.
Off with his head.
So for those who aren't aware, PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, they were founded in March of 1980 by activists. I know. Crazy, right?
That is.
So
That
shocking.
definitely is crazy.
Ingrid Nukiki.
See, I didn't at least have a bad name that I couldn't pronounce. So,
And Alex Pacheco. It was here in the United States. Good job, guys. You did it. You made it. Originally, their organization was formed to expose animal cruelty. Cool.
totally fine.
Yep. And they gained notoriety for undercover investigations, including a big one in 1981. Involved lab monkeys in Maryland.
100%. I
Yep.
am totally supportive
I
of
am
that.
very
Yep.
on board with all that.
And I remember that story.
Yes,
Really?
yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, we would
Yep.
remember that.
The Reese's monkeys,
Mm-hmm.
and there have been changes in the way that those animals are.
because of
Handled.
this.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
am totally behind. They aim to challenge the treatment of animals in laboratories, clothing, food, and entertainment.
Yep.
Again, completely on board.
I'm against all of that.
Right.
What would you say that PETA's biggest exposure has been in the last 30 or 40 years since they were founded in the 80s? And that would be, I think, is they got people to find celebrities wearing
Yes.
mink coats
Yep.
and throw paint at them.
The fur
Correct.
coat.
To ruin the
Yep.
fur
Yep.
and to point it out. And it changed that industry for a long time.
Yep.
I think it's gone back, but it was all about artificial furs.
Right. Which I to be honest, I'm actually cool with that. Like the whole like furs murder campaign. Like, you know what? You're right. We shouldn't be harvesting
Right.
animals for their hides just to look glamorous, ladies. I mean, I'm not wearing fur.
Oh, I was like, are you looking at me?
I'm
No,
looking
you're
at the
looking
camera.
Okay.
But yeah,
No, you are wearing fur, my friend.
Yeah.
I see it right around your chin, I do.
yeah. So yeah,
But the
I
thing
get-
is,
Somebody grab me some paint.
But in things like that, though, you know, and I'm not a fan of PETA at all, just because of the other aspects of it. But I will say things like that, I do agree with them. I
Yeah.
could be in
well,
solidarity with them.
I don't know if I go so far as to lob paint at people.
Well, no, I wouldn't throw paint, but you know, you and I
but
talked
that was
about.
the whole point of them was to.
No, I know. It
Yeah.
was their tactic.
Was
I know.
to shame people to
Right.
not wear fur.
Right.
Correct. And that's basically where, me and PETA stopped agreeing on things.
You were
because
best
it's their,
friends right up until
right. Well, it's just their tactics. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I get what you're going for, but then they kind of just went, you know what? That's not enough. We need to go even further crazy
Right.
and just abolish the whole. Imagine just a whole group of vegans basically going around and verbally shaming literally everybody for every little thing because an animal was somehow connected to that. That's basically what they are. So what I put is so for all the good that they did over the years, PETA is so rife with controversy. It's a question of, do we still need them in this day and age? Honestly.
We'll take your calls right now. 1-800.
So yeah. So in the beginning, it's like, yes.
You will be the first caller.
Yeah. In the
I
beginning,
feel like I'm right back in radio.
I know, right?
so it made perfect sense back then. It's like, yeah, the treatment of animals in like movies
Yeah,
and TV
exactly,
shows,
exactly.
not cool.
Well, and listen, when you think about movies and the way Roy Rogers back
Right.
in the day using horses, there was a lot of times horses would get hurt on set, and especially when a horse's leg gets broken because of a shot, and they have to euthanize the horse.
horse,
So I
yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But you're saying sometimes they go too far.
Well,
Well,
it
but
gets to a point where, okay, you've accomplished your goal. Now
Right.
what? Well, we have to go a step further. That's
Right.
not enough. It's one of those we are never satisfied organizations. They're a big nonprofit, so they pretty much are just shaming people into just dumping loads of money into their lap. It's like, well, don't you love animals? Don't you love dogs and cats and horses and
Which,
cows and
of
goats?
course we
and
do,
sheeps?
but
I mean, they're
not
tasty.
to. But you want to get in and out on the way home?
Oh yes, dude, don't tease me with In and Out.
You know what?
For anyone who's not in California or any other lucky state that has been blessed with In and Out, sucks to be you, but In and Out is awesome.
This drink is really it's getting
It's
smoother.
the best.
It's getting smoother.
I am so grateful for this recipe, and I'm gonna. It's
You're gonna
now
keep
in my.
it. Yeah.
I am gonna keep it,
okay.
and it's
You know what? It
it's
is
the
growing on
maple
me. It
syrup.
is growing on me.
AI's coming through.
We're drinking a beverage called a what do we call it?
Finkel-
The final cut.
The final cut.
Well.
And it's like an old fashioned, except it's got maple syrup in it.
Yes.
And by the way, this is not, Aunt Jemima. This is real maple.
Real maple.
yeah.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
but
let's
it's
go back.
straight-
Let's go
straight
back to
from
the
Canada.
happy story that Tom is. Oh, what? Yes.
kangaroo, like adding dirt to your beef.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That is it exactly.
Little
But-
earthy.
A little earthy, but going back to PETA, I think you could almost argue that there are a lot of organizations that started out with a good intent, and over time, because money is a factor, and they become.
I'm sorry, what?
Money is a factor.
Wait, what? You mean at PETA? Or do
Well,
you
in
mean
any-
everywhere?
Everywhere.
It's all.
Everywhere.
It's everything. You
And so
just
therefore,
follow the money.
yeah, and
Tie
then
the money.
therefore they have to justify staying in existence. And
Well, it's just like with the homeless epidemic we got here. It's like, well, if you actually solve it, then they're out of a job.
correct,
So if there's always a problem with animals, PETA will always need your money.
right?
So, was there something that PETA did that turned your shifted your attitude
From your
It's-
support to
I'm so glad you asked that because I have got a list, brother.
a list?
Oh,
you know,
yes.
it was,
Multiple
it was
things.
almost as if you two had that set up. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I've got I honestly I couldn't get everything because there is so much. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start with, you remember Steve Irwin?
I do.
Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Do
course I
not
do.
swing
guy, yeah.
He's a
or
kangaroo
swim
guy.
with a.
Speaking of kangaroo meat,
Speaking of kangaroo, he had nothing to do with kangaroo meat and Jack in the Box. But
no. So they
Crikey!
Yeah. They mocked Steve Irwin's death with a little doodle. For those who aren't aware, Steve Irwin, super awesome Australian dude, lost his life during a snorkeling expedition in 2006. 20 years. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's
wow,
been a long
20
time.
years. Yeah,
When a stingray pierced his heart.
right. And it was.
it was just talk about bad luck. But
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it was
just-
an accidental situation. That
Yeah. Well, PETA claimed in a tweet that Irwin was harassing the ray and basically saying it's his fault, he deserved it. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Cool, guys. Real cool.
Number one.
They harassed and intimidated a scientist for trying to save birds. Yeah, so Dr.
any detail on that?
Dr. Christine
I mean,
more?
finches are like, that's a big deal.
Dr. Christine Latin? Sorry if
Is
I
that a question mark?
yeah, a little bit. Not sure if I pronounced that right. But if I didn't pronounce it correctly, would we really be doing our job? I mean,
Do you know that somebody actually put a comment on one of our episodes on YouTube that can't TC pronounce the names right?
yeah,
I was like,
I
are you
liked it.
kidding?
Find the pronunciations with a simple search.
Well, I did that, and
Yeah,
he gave me crap for it.
You had the cheat code and you still bumbled it.
Well, that is true.
Okay, so more of the things that PETA has messed up for you.
All right, so
The list has got to be
Dr. Christine, she was studying the effects of climate change and environmental disasters on birds.
okay.
All right. Well, in 2017, PETA's like, hey, you know what? Let's harass her because we're PETA, sending 40 to 50 messages a day to her personally while also contacting the leaders of the university to fire her. They felt that her methods were just cruel and unusual to birds, basically. Like, even though her whole process was to save them.
Save the birds, but
Right.
she was doing something that PETA didn't like. She was doing something to the birds that PETA didn't like.
Basically.
Do
yeah.
we know what that was?
Just they
Harassing them with a pellet gun?
they were giving there's PETA's examples and then there's the doctor's examples. Basically, she was capturing the birds.
Oh, okay.
And they did not like that.
They didn't like it. Okay.
All right, so they sued a man PETA did for taking a picture of a monkey on behalf of the monkey.
Wait, so help me understand. The monkey has to be taken a picture of?
So 2011, British photographer David Slater, he coaxed a troop of monkeys towards him with a unattended camera. Basically, he put a little camera there.
And
Like,
the curiosity, the monkeys came over.
What was
Correct.
his name?
David Slater.
Hey, guys, you want to see my banana? Come on, you troop. I got a banana. I want to. PETA didn't like that.
No, not so much.
So take another sip, Mark.
Oh, my glass is empty.
Just the really, he got his he attracted a troop of monkeys.
Okay.
All right.
So continue with the offense.
So basically what happened was he puts out a camera, kind of gets a whole troop of monkeys that kind of like gather around this camera. One of them manages to take a selfie.
Oh.
Yeah. This thing goes super viral because not only did this monkey take a selfie, he was grinning while he did it.
As if he understood.
I don't
As
like
if he
happy
understood.
monkeys.
They're up to no good. So this was in
Something's going on.
Well,
This was in 2011. In 2014, the images became a matter of legal dispute
Because who owns it? TC, we had this all the time at the radio station. Who took the picture? They own the picture. We get sued because we post a picture that
Yes.
somebody else, we didn't own the picture. And I remember this story, and
Yep.
it was who owns the picture.
Correct. Yeah, multiple publishers were using it freely, and
Somebody went and tried to
The
claim
guy
it.
that owned the camera is saying it was my camera. The
Yep.
monkey took the picture. I own the picture.
Yep.
Yes,
and
but
somebody's arguing no.
the monkey
owns
took the picture.
yeah, so he was
And
claiming
PETA
copyright.
came in.
Yep.
And they backed the monkey.
Yep, PETA took in.
Bastards.
Basically they took it a step further and they sued Slater on behalf of the monkey.
Wow.
Not sure how you do that.
We would lose, and iHeart lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was $25,000 per violation.
Wow.
I mean, so it's real money, and there are
Wow.
people that do nothing but just sue for photo use.
Yeah, of
Sue, you
course.
say.
Sue, you say? What happened next,
Yeah.
Tom?
What? Who do I need to talk to about this suing?
Nobody wants a picture of you. Don't worry, Tom. Keep going.
I beg to differ. My OnlyFans is popping off.
You. The problem is it's spelled ONY fans.
Hey, how I spell it is of no concern.
LONEY.
I love it.
So PETA took it a step further, sued on behalf of the monkey. PETA was able to keep this alive in court for years because,
Oh my
they're
gosh.
just taking in money nonstop. And like
Donations
any
And
Pay
the
for
poor
law,
guy who doesn't have the money is getting sucked dry of finances.
Correct. So ultimately, Slater and PETA came to an agreement where 25% of any further revenue from this image would be donated to charities that protect endangered monkey species, which ultimately, okay, that's fine. I agree with that. But basically dragging this guy through the mud for years.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Tom, you know what we file that under? Come on, man.
Exactly.
Honestly.
That seems silly.
Yeah, a little bit. But PETA's a silly organization.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what's next? PETA has campaigned against the idea of pets. Because why not? Members of PETA don't like the word pet. They call it a specious language and use the term companion animals. And we're just,
My mistress calls me pet.
Oh, if you did not hear that,
Well-
boo.
Don't repeat it.
Okay. They won't say.
well, you
and
tell
by the
her
way,
to call you a companion animal.
Babe.
I mean, I don't mind that, this whole thing of, I have one dog, and we care for three because our
Yes.
kids also had dogs.
Oh, you
and-
sure you
and
want PETA to hear
we're
this?
the daycare. Well, no. But I like the idea of I don't own the animal. I
House
care
it?
for, but I also believe that it gets pretty ridiculous when you're saying no. The correct verbiage
Right.
needs to be.
Look, at the end of the day, we have all had pets,
and
animals,
love them dearly.
100%. I mean,
Deeply
look,
emotionally.
I'm going to tell you right
connected.
now, this guy and his wife
Hello.
were a mess when
Correct.
they lost theirs. Okay,
We still
I
are.
and you-
I don't
and
know
you-
why you think I got over that.
Well, no, you haven't. I know you haven't. But I mean, the point is that he was very much part of your life, and that isn't going to change. Those memories are there, and all of that. I lost, over X amount of years, X amount of cats, and then we also had to say goodbye to our dog last year as well. And it's not great, It's not.
You should stop drinking. You're becoming a downer.
It's your story. Once again, it's your damn story.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about beating wives.
Right? We're talking about PETA here.
Yeah.
Let me take this cigarette and see if you're dead.
Yeah, that's right. Oh boy.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Are you kidding? He accused me of being a misogynist pig a few episodes ago when it was him who actually said the statement. Oh, we have evidence. Don't
I
worry
was
about
quoting
it.
something you would say.
Liar.
As a misogynist.
Liar, sack of poop. Anyways, go for it.
Wow. Talk about accusations.
Oh,
Anyways, this is the good one. This is the one that really kind of set me off.
Was this the the final straw.
The
Yeah.
creme de la creme.
Yes, although there is still a lot more. One shelter that PETA owns in Virginia has
Oh, he hates this.
euthanized the
He hates this.
majority of animals in its care, as well as the state itself.
Hold on, I need to hear that again.
Do you know that
has a
PETA
shelter?
Yes, do you know
Yes.
that
And
PETA
they euthanize
Yes.
more animals.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
is that all about?
It has
I don't
a-
understand.
Yeah, they're not. It's not a rescue. It's not a rescue.
No.
And readopt program that they have. No, not at all. This I know.
Yeah, it has over a 90% euthanasia rate.
And how or has PETA explained this away?
Well, they explain euthanasia as a good death. Even though that these are perfectly fine adoptable pets, they feel it's their duty to give them a good death instead of trying to adopt them.
Okay, all of a sudden now, I understand getting run over by a car is not a good death. So a good death then is just to fill them full of drugs until
Yep.
their heart stops. and-
Correctamundo. That's how they see it.
As opposed to finding a forever home for them.
That I have a problem with that.
Yeah, again,
That's the worst of it all.
Yeah.
That shocks me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know who, going full circle back to when we were talking earlier, but Paul McCartney is a huge supporter of PETA. He's been a vegetarian for decades.
Is he a
when
Presbyterian vegetarian?
that's a really good question. I don't know exactly. I do remember meeting Linda McCartney, and her big saying was "Go veggie," and I can't tell you how incredibly impressed I was with that woman. But I was asking her. I said, "Well, do you eat fertilized eggs? Do you eat cheese? And do you
Or fish?
So they weren't truly vegan. They were vegetarian. They just don't believe in the killing of an animal to eat it. Therefore, we believe that we just won't eat meat. We'll get our protein somewhere else." And
Right.
Linda and Paul realizing that not everybody can be a vegetarian. Linda especially, would just say, if you just eat only eat one meal a day that has meat in it, and how much that could change animals' lives. But anyway, they're a huge supporter of it, and I know that hearing these things that PETA's done, especially this one, is like, Paul McCartney went to Canada when the seal pups, right? They would get
I
out
hate
there and
that.
club the
I
seal
hate
pups.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah,
But then
stop
they're
that.
euthanizing animals in a shelter, and they're saying that, but at least it's a good death.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
That's
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't write it down, but I did read it where they actually kidnapped a woman's chihuahua off their porch and euthanized it that day.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
I'm not a Chihuahua fan, but that's still ridiculous.
I say good for that damn Chihuahua. No, that's bizarre. You're telling me they went to somebody's house, took their Chihuahua,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
euthanized it.
from their property and then
Yeah.
euthanized it that day.
Why?
Because it's a good death, according to them. It's like, oh, well, that dog was just,
And
you
probably
know,
wasn't being taken care of.
yeah,
properly.
it was outside, and it looked sickly, and it's like whatever excuse they gave that time to justify their actions.
Right.
So anyway,
That's terrible.
moving on. So
Don't tell me there's more reasons.
oh God, yes. Like I said, I couldn't even get them all. PETA says that
Do we need to place what was her name? Sarah McLaughlin's
oh my gosh.
In the Arms of
No, I don't want to see that commercial.
So they were saying that sheep shearing is murder. Because,
Well, look what you did to your sidewalls there, Tom. You murdered the out of those. Sorry, that's 2 times.
No cussing. Gosh.
See what happens when he gets drinking
I
up?
know.
But how can you say shearing a sheep?
Because they are crazy, man. They just keep amping up their antics. It wasn't enough that they
That's
stopped,
a renewable resource, for
Yeah,
heaven's
I
sake.
know.
It's
and there are
not
people
enough.
who depend on that fabric that it gets used
and they
for.
don't care. They don't care.
I will say, I do believe that if I worked at a slaughterhouse for cattle, their horses, sheep, whatever, it might make me a vegetarian. I don't know whether I would like that necessarily. And I know that
I know I wouldn't be able to
And
witness it because it kills
Yeah,
me
and
to
I
see
grew up-
anything that
I grew up in the mountains of Utah. I remember, I have a very strong memory of my dad going deer hunting and bringing a venison
Oh,
home
yeah.
and hanging it up from a tree and cleaning it
Yeah.
and taking a leg and giving it to me. And I was so excited. I had this deer leg and I'm just wandering around like I've got a third leg, right? And
But we didn't think anything of it. My parents grew up. Same thing. They went deer hunting. They went duck hunting. They went pheasant hunting. They went all of that.
Well, and I did go pheasant hunting once, and I got a bird, and I took it home, and I didn't know how to clean it, but I had it, and so I started to clean it out, and after I finished, I said I will never go hunting ever again because this is awful.
Yeah. I couldn't do the hunting part. I
Yeah.
mean, I was the only one
That's the
out
easy
of the whole
part.
family.
The hunting is easy. It's
Yeah,
cleaning up
but
after.
I'm always the one who thinks about like, oh, the last second of that,
I get it.
animal's
I
life,
get it.
and so I kind of think about all of that aspect. But this is where I go to. I don't have a problem if anybody wants to be a vegan or vegetarian for their own specific reasons. I'm all supportive for that, as long as they don't push it on others. Let
and
everybody.
that's one thing that I will say that PETA has done is they've been very, almost in a way militaristic.
Yes.
In their projection.
Yes,
of
almost,
what we should be doing.
almost as close as the whole wearing fur thing,
Right.
where they've gone and they've done some really bad things at restaurants and public places to try to make their point.
Right. Right.
Right. Which if they want to stand on the side of the street holding up, mutilated cow bodies, fine, whatever. I see that as no different than the people who are, anti-abortion. They hold up, the fetus posters.
Right.
It's like, yes, it's shocking. I don't want to see it, but it's your right to just quietly and peacefully stand there and do that.
Make your point.
You can do that too, PETA, but
Right.
they nope. They got to take it a step further and just go, over the edge with their antics and push their beliefs on other people, which again, it's like I don't go for that whatsoever. So back to the sheep shearing. Let's get through this. So domesticated sheep need to be sheared, or they actually do face severe
Yes,
health
they do,
problems,
right.
including infections and exhaustion. Having all that on you kind of wears you down.
It's a healthy thing.
Yeah. And in 2015, PETA just decided, let's spread misinformation about this process and say, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. They have repeatedly objectified women to get attention, running ads and demonstrations that use naked, abused, or sexually objectified women to make statements about how animals are mistreated. I don't know if any of you can remember that, but I certainly do remember seeing
I'm
one or
trying
two
to
ads.
remember.
Yeah, I'm
I'm drawing a blank on that one.
No, they've basically used naked women and
they
put them in
have.
cages.
And supermodels.
Oh.
Kate Moss was one,
Okay,
if
thank
I'm
you.
not
Yes.
mistaken.
He actually, Boo just showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PETA has even resorted to fat and body shaming to get
Oh,
people
yeah.
to go vegan
I know that.
because,
Although, let's just be honest here, and I'm not gonna. Not every vegan, not every vegetarian, but a good percentage of them are already fat. I mean, I'm sorry, but they're already fat. So I don't know that veganism or vegetarianism is necessarily helping them lose weight.
Well, I think to a certain degree, I am surprised too when I see, oh, you're vegetarian, and it's like, and then you realize, oh God, they're just doing nothing but eating potato chips,
Right.
and lots of
Well-
other fats. But honestly, I shouldn't be. At least it's not meat. So
Right. But here's the thing. The reason why they are is they're eating an exorbitant amount of grains, which is actually not what our bodies are supposed to take. And they're also eating things that they're trying to, gosh, those chicken nuggets are really good. Yeah, but did you look at what's all in those chicken nuggets to try to make them taste like real chicken nuggets, even though chicken meat wasn't used in them? So a lot of it is chemicals that are helping to make something taste a certain way. And our bodies can't process that.
Yeah, well, also like the whole like Beyond Beef thing. It's like, okay, you're vegan, but you still want to eat a burger. It's like, no. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't want to eat meat. You don't get anything that tastes like meat.
No, and usually a lot of times the patty is made up of something that is full of chemicals.
It's all chemicals. Anyway, let's speed run through this.
Yes, because we
PETA,
have to get to my happy story.
yeah. PETA tried to link dairy with autism. Yeah. The
Robert F. Kennedy would love that one.
Uh-huh.
Founder said in her will that when she dies, she wants to be made into leather. Yeah, it sounds like a sane person.
Who are you wearing? Sharon.
They bought a gravestone to mock Colonel Sanders.
Oh.
Yeah. They piggybacked off articles about Jeffrey Dahmer to spread their message.
Because Jeffrey Dahmer's message is what? Eat more
Well,
people?
he would
Yes.
A, eat people, and B, Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, my God, Clarice.
Let's see. They would use Holocaust victims in their posters. Classy. They would use
Let's not touch that
KKK
one.
imagery to protest animal breeding.
And I think that, in all honesty, just to defend him a little bit, if it's a meat slaughterhouse, the Holocaust is a good, try to compare. You wouldn't eat this. Why would you eat this?
You don't know what I'd eat.
Okay.
They would give books to children saying their parents were killers. Nice.
I'd like you to meet mommy and daddy.
That I actually kind of know about because I know somebody who their kid has been basically taught that if you simply eat meat, that you're a murderer, regardless if it's your parents or not.
Yeah. They would encourage their it said I wrote down pet owners, but I thought, oh, animal companions. They would encourage them to give them vegan diets because, dogs and cats love lettuce.
They are carnivores. That's how they are wired.
And this is the last one, most recently in January of 2025, PETA attempted and kind of failed to dump manure outside the ASPCA's offices. Now, if you're not familiar, that is the Animal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty, which you'd think they'd be on the same page.
The ones who work in the movie industry to make sure animals are not being abused.
Yeah, they actually do good things.
They do.
They do good things.
They do.
See
As
what you
Madeline
did
Kahn
there?
would say.
So, well, they failed. They failed in that. Well, it was January in Manhattan, so the manure just kind of froze to the truck that they tried to dump it from.
Karma.
It was
Yeah.
a big, giant sheet of ice.
Yeah, and the reason why they don't see eye to eye with each other is because
Such a bad.
the ASPCA, they advocate for humane farming practices, while PETA is just trying to get rid of all farming agriculture, period.
Yeah.
Well, animal farming agriculture.
See, and I not gonna. I'll do a little plug for them, but I buy all of our meat from Good Ranchers because how they treat their livestock is through a very humane way. At the end of the
You
day,
can taste the difference.
and you can't actually taste the difference because how they move them around. They are pasture raised.
Tastes like happy.
They're happy cows, and they're not from California. But for me, it's a matter of go find the ones who are doing it in a proper, humane way, as opposed to the ones that are, I hate to say it, but up the 5 freeway in the Central Valley, where for about 10 minutes of your drive, you smell nothing but all the way in that area.
Yeah, it's a huge dairy, chicken farms. Yeah.
And they're not on pastures at all.
And there's
They're literally in big
It's
pens
great.
that are in dirt, and the land is cheap, and I get it, but that I don't support.
Did you ever see the documentary Food Inc.? I think it's available on YouTube. And so
I haven't
on and so
seen
forth.
it. I'm familiar with it, though.
It's fascinating. But one of the things that they describe is, when you buy chicken that's free range chicken, what is the USDA
Right,
definition?
the definition, right.
And that is that they, instead of these huge corrugated metal barns that they raise these chickens, and what they do is they open the door and they allow chickens to congregate in a fenced off area that extends about 12 inches outside of the door, and the chickens have a choice. They could go and just stand by and get the fresh air in from the outside, right? And that's the definition of free range. Listen, I'm a big fan of the organic. I think the worst thing that's happening, and I'm certainly not a vegetarian, but I do believe that when they genetically develop chickens from hatch to slaughter and put them out, they can get a chicken to grow and slaughter them within 6 weeks, and the chicken can't even stand up on its own legs because it gets so fat so fast. So I would just say
that's disgusting.
I'm not just go organic.
Right.
And the state of California, at least here, I don't know where it is, wherever you are, but that definition, will help you to eat better.
Well, in Europe,
be better.
This is one of the things I
And
give.
PETA doesn't like that we said that.
No, of course not.
Which I totally
But
get. I'm all for all that. I hate the idea of mass producing fattening of animals for
No, not at all.
our consumption, and I agree with PETA on that much. But again, it's like, do we really need them? Honestly, what else are they doing?
No, I
right
think
now?
we have enough oversights nowadays.
I think we get it.
But the problem also is that Europe, this is the one area that Europe actually still gets it on the food side, and they literally, GMO is outlawed.
And you buy that grass-fed beef. What will happen is they'll fatten them up with the oats, and then the last 12 weeks they just grass feed them, and then they're allowed to say you're grass-fed.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff, and I will also back up the food industry and say, hey, we got a lot of people to feed.
Right.
And so let's make sure, because if you want societal problems, take away food.
Right.
Right. You'll see, stuff get real crazy really fast. So I understand that there is a need to raise chickens in 6 weeks, but I just wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. No, not at all. Ugh.
So,
Well, thank you for that happy story.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not quite, beat your wife, but I mean,
Look, mine was back in the 40s, 50s, 60s situation. It's over with, and
Those chickens are dead.
And look, he
tasted
died
great.
right after his final public performance.
yeah, well, still, no wise.
He got 72 hours to be free.
No wise were beaten in my story. That's all I'm saying.